Alright, we're just about done with this project. The very last thing we're going to do is to do something in the background, put some sort of design or something in the background. So the best way to do this is to start with layer 3, the background layer. Make sure that is highlighted. And when you make a new layer, whatever's highlighted, that's where the new layer is going to be. It's going to be right above that. So, I mean, it'll just save you some time as opposed to making a new layer anywhere, and then you want this to be right in front of the background. You don't want it covering up anything. You don't want it covering the figure, the text, anything. So it's at this point that you can go back and explore some brushes. If you go to special effect brushes, for example, you have some kind of cool effects that you can try out. You can change brush settings, you can make the scatter and the spacing farther apart, and you can try that out, and you can see it changes the design quite a bit. You can also put a gradient in the background if you'd like, but I would say that more than likely people will be using brushes. Okay, you figure out what you like. Everything's done in white. You can see that I'm completely destroying the project. It's not a big deal because, as I said, it's on a separate layer, so if I wanted to erase a certain section of it, I can, and it won't interfere with anything else. If I just want to clear the whole thing, I can throw it in the trash and start again. So I would say play around with some brushes, play around with some effects, figure out what you want to do. You don't want it to stand out too much. So if I pick something like this, oh, I'm on the eraser tool, sorry. If I go to another brush, find out exactly what I want to do. Again, you can try it out. You can change the settings a little bit. Gives you a little bit of a preview. Change the size of it. And then you can go ahead and do what you want. Those are a little big. So you should be going into this with some anticipation of trial and error. Okay. So, you know, as you do this, if you figure out how you want it to look and you're very happy with it, another thing you can do is possibly even switch the color around. For one thing, if you don't want it to be too bright, you can lower the opacity. You can put another layer on it if you want. But another thing you can do is you can change the color. If you colorize it, bring the saturation up, bring the lightness down, you can start to see how, if you wanted to vary the color, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so, you know, do a little something in the background. It shouldn't overpower what's going on. You should create a little bit of interest and visual movement to the piece, and then when you're done with it, you're going to be saving it. You want to save it once as a PSD, so keep all the layers just in case you want to try something else. Then I also need you to save it as a JPEG. To do this properly, you can keep it in the same folders you have, and you can keep it the same name, but you want to make sure you save it as a JPEG. Now it's going to look a little bit different on your Macs. I'm using a PC right now, but it should have, for the most part, the same sort of thing where it says format. It's set up as PSD. You want to change it as a JPG or a JPEG. Same thing. Okay? So hopefully you'll have fun with this. Try a couple of different things. Always try out things. You know, trial and error is the best way to approach these projects. And good luck.